This is the coolest show in the history of television.
Yeah.
And there was much rejoicing.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. And this is the weekly movie haul video. If you watched, I did a weekly movie hunt. It's a pop culture hunt. We look for figures, toys, pop culture things, action figures, shirts. And then we also look for movies. You know, there's not as many movies out in brick and mortar stores lately, but it's still fun to go out there and look. You know, relax, take a break, do a physical media hunt every now and then. I still go in Barnes & Noble. It's nice to see they still support physical media. I also go in Walmart, and Walmart is not consistent, so you'll usually see multiple Walmarts in my videos, and this week was no exception. So let's start out with, I'll let you know what I picked up. It's not a big stack this week. So the first one I picked up is Sonic 3. And I picked up the slipcover version, and the main reason is, number one, the stores didn't have the Steelbook, but I didn't pre-order the Steelbook anyway. I only have the first two movies in regular editions. I don't have those in Steelbook, so I figured, hey, I bought those. I didn't buy them when they first came out. I bought them cheap afterwards, so I figured I'd go ahead and buy this one with the slipcover. It's got a really nice slipcover. Carpet matches the drapes. If you look up at the top, I don't know if you can focus on that. It says 4K, Blu Ray, and digital. There is no individual Blu Ray release. We've talked about that on the channel. This is Paramount. They are not releasing physical Blu Rays only of movies anymore, or Blu Ray DVD combos. So you get the Steelbook 4K, you get the 4K Blu Ray combo, and you get the DVD. So there's quite a few special features on this. You got the commentary, Sonic Family Fun, Robotnik Family Reunion. There's a ton of stuff, gag reels, deleted scenes. So I haven't seen this, didn't see it in the theaters, so I'm looking forward to it. But I did see this next one in theaters, and I really like this cover, other than it needs a slip, but it didn't get one. The Blu-ray digital release of Hard Eyes. And this is from Screen Gems. Is that who it is? Basically Sony, and you know what that means. This will get a damn 4K Steelbook probably in about 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
It's only, like I said, it's only got the Blu-ray in here. Romance is Dead is what it says. Here's the back cover. I really like this movie. It exceeded my expectations. I have a review of this out of the theater and a full review on the channel, so check that out, please. Murders and Meet Cutes. The making of Hard Eyes, a gag reel, deleted scenes, filmmaker commentary are your special features on this release. So the next one, I've got a bunch of, I've only got one more new item, but the rest of this it would be catalog titles. This is from our friends, I think it's Fun City Editions. They've released a bunch of catalog stuff from Paramount. So kudos to Paramount. You can get new releases like Sonic, and then you can get a lot of their catalog stuff through like Vinegar Syndrome and other smaller boutique labels like this. So kudos for them for finding a way to get their stuff out still on physical media. This is a movie called Baby It's You. I remember seeing this back in the day. I don't think I liked it as much when I saw it back then, but it, you know, just was because I was younger and it wasn't my cup of tea. It was from 1983, so I'd have been like 12. It's 105 minutes, but I wanted to see it again. Since then, I really like Rosanna Arquette, and so I wanted to give it a shot, and I've been buying all these Fun City editions. There is a version with a slipcover that I think is exclusive to their online store, but I just went ahead and had this pre-ordered at Orbit. It says there's the first one, there's the right one, and there's the one you never forget. So it's one of those like teen/drama type things, like, you know, back in the day that they had out in the 80s. Special features, man, give you audio commentary. You get image gallery, new video interviews with the writer-directors. You get, and producers Griffin Dunn, and actors Rosanna Arquette. So it's got some new interviews on here. So be cool to check that out. A couple more catalog titles, and these I ordered online from Lionsgate, a part of their Lionsgate Limited line. This has got a little bit of what I would call damage to it, but I'm not going to send it back because it's fairly typical for these Lionsgate releases that have slip covers or those slip cases on them. So the first one is King of New York, the 4K Steelbook. It's got a little ripple. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's got a little ripple to it up here in the corner. But it's not damaged. It's not really dented. It's hard to see on camera. But here's the without that slip cover on there, whatever you want to call that. And here's the back. So I'll give you the full view. I really like this movie. I really think that Christopher Walken did a great job. It's got Lawrence Fishburne in it, as you can see, and on the back it's got Wesley Snipes. I think it's got David Caruso in it, right? So it's got a really David Caruso. It's got a really good cast to it. So glad that they released that. Now there's possible issues with some of the previous Blu-ray only releases of King of New York, and I might do a video on that this week, so I'm not going to spoil any more. The next one is from Lionsgate Limited, and pretty much everybody probably ordered this one. I give you Basic Instinct, the movie that put Sharon Stone on the map, or at least put her vagina on the map. Sorry to say that. This is probably the back cover. That's probably the cover you remember. So let's take this off, and you can see. So it's basically a black and white version of her there. And then it turns into the full color version here. And here's the back. It's got some steamy fire on it, you know, basically from their romance. The digital code fell out. I'm not going to take the disc out, but you get it. I've ordered almost all of these Lionsgate Limited ones. I think there was one or two I didn't. So I'm been impressed with the quality of them, and I'll probably keep buying them. So people all the time ask me, do you still buy DVDs, Jeff? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I'm not the only one. I'm a member of a bunch of Facebook groups that celebrate physical media collectors and all that kind of stuff. And I see people buying DVDs all the time, sometimes of new release titles, you know, just to save some money. But I give you one of the reasons you need to still buy DVDs is because you can get great movies like this. I give you Ape X Mecha Ape New World Order for life. Either way, look at that Mecha Ape versus, I guess, the regular ape. And you know who this is from. This is from our friends at Asylum. And they're not coming alone, man. Look at some of the other creatures that show up on here. An epic creature. Brawler in the tradition of Godzilla vs. Kong. I bet it's just as good a quality, don't you think?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
And look at the special features. They're touting that it's widescreen, surround sound, and it's got trailers. Is that really special features? But you know, when I saw that in Walmart, you know I had to get it. All right, so the last two, speaking of Walmart, I picked up one of those glow-in-the-dark covers, but it was for the one movie out of the bunch that I did not have. I know there's probably a 4K release of this, but I don't give a shit enough to care about that. But I give you Babylon 5, The Road Home, in a cool glow-in-the-dark cover. Now, most of those glow-in-the-dark movies I already had, so I'm not going to double dip on those. But so the carpet doesn't match the drapes on this one. So pretty much an animated continuation of the story. I skipped this when it came out. I was going to get it cheap, and now I can get it with a glow-in-the-dark cover. Now, speaking of double dipping, this is one of the few times I would do it. If you watched anything on the channel leading up, you know what my two favorite movies are. And if you don't watch, you would have known if you watched that new intro video, because I go into it. My number one movie of all time is Jaws. My second one is Halloween. So anytime I'm going to drop some extra money when I shouldn't to double dip on anything Jaws related, because I have a DVD with one of these slip covers on it, but I don't have a Blu-ray. So I give you the double dip of the week. When I bought Jaws, just for the slip cover, you're going to need a bigger boat. And it doesn't even include an actual photo from the damn movie. It's just some generic bullshit. But either way,
You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
You know I had to have it. Pretty much the same standard back. It's on all their releases of Jaws. And at least it is, they didn't change it and give shit cover artwork. It's the original poster. So I think it was like, what, $10. So I know. I could have done like I did in the past. A bunch of them had damage to them on all these movies. So it's hard to get a good clean one. But I know a lot of people, I've seen just the movie on the shelf. And I know what they did. They ended up buying like a cheap $5 Blu Ray or something cheap and slid the slipcover on it. I didn't do that. I went ahead and bought the movie to support them. But that means that one store that had them took their Easter section out early. So, you know, when I'm recording this, it's Easter weekend. Could have left those Easter movies in there until Easter was over, and then you could have replaced them with those. So either way. Speaking of Easter, check out at least one of the reviews that I'm going to have on the channel shortly. I might post it actually on Easter Sunday, so watch out for that. Watch all the content, and I'll also do anything you can to like every video you watch. Even if you don't like it, hit a dislike. Activity is okay on the video. Put some comments down below. What did you buy this week? Do you order the Lionsgate Limited titles? Do you buy those slip covers at Walmart? Put all that in the comments down below. And while you're down there, like I said, after you like, comment, subscribe, share, make sure after you subscribe, you do hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos, like the review that I told you is coming up, like the hunts and the hauls that I do for each week when I go out to the stores and look and when I buy stuff. So I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. Check out, even if you are a fan of the channel, that new intro video, and let me know what you think. I really do appreciate comments that you guys give me and feedback. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Good night, everybody, and grease for peace.